All right, welcome back, everyone. I hope everybody's having a great day. Great Saturday. I've been trying to live stream for quite some time. If you could see me in the comments, or if you could see me, definitely click like. If you can hear me, click like as well. Here I am, and I see Danny out there. And I see a bunch of guys out there. If you like this type of videos, definitely click like, stay subscribed. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you're watching in the replay, we definitely appreciate that as well. There's a lot of stuff going on here in the channel, and we appreciate the support. Big shout out to Gustavo is in the house. Man, you don't miss one, dude. I appreciate that support, dude. Me and Stacy just spent some time cleaning the garage. So look, I'm all sweaty. I've been trying to like live stream the whole day, and finally we got here at the right time. Big shout out to Richards out there as well. Thank you, sir. We definitely appreciate you showing up. Count Spooky, and oh look, Stacy's in the house. So big shout out to everyone. We definitely appreciate the support. So lately, I saw a couple of videos. I actually saw a couple of videos where people were talking about, pretty much panic buying, and I don't know if it's some type of I don't know, maybe a tag or something going on. I didn't really actually click on the video. I saw the titles of the video in my subscription box, but I really didn't click on the video to watch the video. But it was several channels that were talking about this, and kind of spiced up my idea to do a video on this. I wanted to talk about this for a little bit, and to the fact that I don't panic buy anymore. I mean, I'm done with that. I'm so done with the whole, panic. Something's happening. I have to run to the gun store and buy guns and buy ammo and buy this and buy that. I mean, I'm done with that. Really done. And I don't even sweat it too much. So I figured I'd do a couple of, talk to you guys a few minutes here, and talk to some of you guys about this, because you guys got to feel like I do. Really want you guys to have I guess, peace in your life. Now, I got peace because I'm a believer. You guys know that Jesus Christ is the Prince, the Prince of Peace, and I love that. So I got peace in my life. But some of you guys, every time something happened, legislation, a law, or something crazy happened, people flipping out about this. I'm buying stuff, and I done that as well. I'm not gonna be, I'm not gonna be one of those guys that I'm like, oh, yeah, I have done that. I still got thousands of 22 round that I bought because everybody was flipping out about 22. You guys remember that a couple of years ago? 22, like the people were paying crazy amount of money for 22s. Dashes, Batos Locos. Man, that's such a good movie, dude. But anyway, not to get sidetracked. Big shout out to David watching from Jamaica. Appreciate that, sir. Thank you for your great support. Joe, what's up, man? How you been? And I think Joel is in the house. I think I saw him someplace. Joel, Jim, and I appreciate your support, sir, and a bunch of guys out there. So, but God is in control, definitely. I don't flip out about that. Like I said, I still got like so much 22 that is ridiculous. I don't even think I like 22 that much anymore, when it comes down to preparedness. Maybe because I have so much, Not saying that 22 is not a good round. Some of you guys prepare on that. That's all good. I'm just saying that I got a ton. But here's the deal. If you're a collectible, and Jesus is God just brought I wish I bought a Vapor 12 before import. Got it. I totally get that. If you're a collector, that's totally different. I'm not going to approach this as a collector person in a way. If you want to collect some gun or some rifle, some pistol that maybe something happened, the government is going to stop those guns from being imported or whatever, and you want to get that, definitely get that. But I'm not talking about panic buying as it comes down to just that, just getting a collectible item. I'm talking like self-defense. I'm talking about the guys that spend thousands of dollars on ARs because they were scared that something was going to happen. Some people were paying a ton of money for AR-15, way double and triple of the value. Some of you guys remember that. Some of the guys were paying, crazy amount of money for magazines. We're talking like, $60, $70, $80 for a mag. Something that, It was $12, $12.99. Maybe you get them right now for $9.99. And they're paying like 6 times more because of the whole panic. I mean, it's ridiculous. You definitely got to get to the point where somebody says, hey, you know what? You cannot get, you can't buy this, and you have to be, you know why? It sucks. Definitely against the Constitution of the United States, because you have the right to be armed. You have the right to buy guns. You have that right. We totally get that. But at the same time, you got to get to the point that, you know what? I'm not going to go and get my credit card and then pay 29.9% on interest. I'm not going to get my credit card and put $2,000 on it, or maybe empty out half of my family saving because, there's not going to be any more AR-15. We have to get to that level. So big shout out to Pastor Charles out there, sir. Thank you. We appreciate that. We appreciate your support here. And again, we Oscar, what's up, man? How you been? We have to get to that level where you don't get to that level. Like I'm telling you right now, So here's the deal. What I came across, I wrote some notes here. I'm trying to be professional, now that I've been in YouTube for almost 4 years. Coke Zero, I wish it would pay me money for the amount of Cokes that I show here in the channels. Here's the deal. We have to get to that level. So, first of all, panic buying. Let me see my notes here. Right now, me, if I had to say I have to be in a panic, some type of buy, right? I don't even care about guns. You know what I really, really care? Is hurricane. I'm in hurricane season. So you guys know down here, I'm in the Sunshine State. I'm in hurricane season. So to me, if I really had to panic buy, I need to buy a generator. That's what I really need to. I don't need any more guns. So the point that I'm trying to make here, guys, is that be really strict to what you want to get or what you need to get. Don't get me wrong. It is cool to buy guns. It is cool to buy ammo. It is cool to have different types of pistol. I love that. But when it comes to your preparation and the safety of your house and your family, maybe you don't need another Glock. Maybe you need a generator. How many Glocks can you carry? I mean, I got a ton of them in the safe. I really don't need that. What I really need is a generator. So last hurricane, if you guys been watching for a while, Hurricane Matthews, little brother was able to get a generator, brought it to the house. Again, we were able to have our fridge on. We got milk for the baby. My baby was like, 4 days old? Guys, 4 days. So that's crazy. Big shout out to Bad Dog. Man, I think I butchered your name. 313. He just donated $5 to the channel. Appreciate that, sir. So here's to address this question, man. I'm going to get to your question too, because I don't have well, let's talk about it right now. Medical supplies. Crazy. We have to have medical supplies. I don't have a place exactly where I buy medical supplies. I don't have a crazy amount of medical supplies. I just have your basic first aid kit. I don't have anything like tourniquet and things like that. I really don't. If some of you guys have comments where you could buy medical supplies at a better place, put it down in the comments. Let us know a website or something like that. I just have the basic medical supplies, man. I got the basic first aid kit. But I wanted to talk about medical supplies. I actually wrote down this in my notes here, because if you have a ton of medical supplies and a ton of stuff and you don't know how to use them, you pretty much have nothing. So, I see a lot of guys here on YouTube that has a bag with a ton of medical supplies, right? Casualty kits, kits in case somebody got shot or something like that, and they don't know how to use it. So it's pointless to have something that you don't know how to use. So, Richard say here, check out Skinny Medic channel. He actually sells kits when it comes down to medical supplies and things like that. He does a lot of that, and he's actually a professional. So, yeah, definitely a great channel to check it out. Just go into the search tab and write Skinny Medic, and he's gonna show up. But I just got my basic medical first aid kit that everybody has. I don't have anything else crazy. But then again, we're talking about supplying. We're talking about preparation. That's what I need to go. A generator. That will be like something that I need to panic buy and go and buy, I guess. If a hurricane hits right now, I'm flipping out over a generator. As you guys know, a generator costs hundreds of dollars. So definitely, it takes time to get prepared. My point to this was simple, don't get into a position where your panic buying is just guns. How many guns do you need? I'm like pretty much one of the only guys talking about this in YouTube, because all these ninjas and operators are talking about just guns and guns and guns. And I'm talking about like get away just from guns and think about hurricanes. Think about a radio. I'll tell you what, guys. I got a radio right here. My mother-in-law gave me this radio. It's like I'm looking at it. I'm like looking up and see my radio up there. It's like one of those weather radios. When the hurricane hit here, I was able to get information with this little weather radio. I'm telling you, as many guns as I have, and I'm like flipping out over this little radio, trying to gather information, because information is the key. We have to be able to call people. We have to be able to have communication. We have to be able to know what's going on. We really do have to be able to know that stuff. I tell you what, talking about medical supplies, no matter what, unless you hang around with a professional like Skinny Medic or something like that, I don't have the skills to be able to, I have basic military skill like, that we learn in the military, like, stop the bleeding and things like that. But that's pretty much the only thing you're doing is putting some pressure, waiting until people come here and help you out, right? I mean, you don't do much, putting a tourniquet and things like that. You learn basic minimal things. You have to be able to call for help. So again, panic buy. We got to start thinking about this. What do we really want? And we need to buy it before we get to this level. Again, if a hurricane hits right now, I'm flipping out over this. Am I flipping out over a kitchen to cook? I got a camping stove in there. I have gas to cook. I used it last time. Am I flipping out about flashlights? No. Am I flipping out about guns for security? No. Let's talk about this. How many guns do you need? Guys, you only need a good rifle. Good, dependable rifle. Good, dependable rifle. I mean, again, there's a million rifles out there. Truly, you only need a good, dependable rifle. Whatever that is, make sure you test it and make sure that it works. It needs to be, again, this is the part where I upset some people. What's up, Tyler? Good to hear you. Good to see you here in the comment, man. You actually give me a smile just to see you, because for some reason you're not watching the JH6 channel anymore. I'm just saying, dude. Hopefully I didn't say something to get you mad or something. But, really need a dependable and reliable rifle that is semi-automatic. Semi-automatic. I'm telling you right now, I heard some people's feelings when people say, well, I got to get shotgun. I'm not saying a shotgun is not a good rifle. All I'm saying is that you need a good, reliable, semi-automatic rifle. A great example is AR-15, an AK-47, an AK-74. First time shooting a 74, I loved it. I just loved it. You have a higher capacity of rounds. Shotgun has 8 rounds, maybe 10 if you put it close to or whatever. You have a higher capacity of rounds. You have the ability to reload really fast. You have the ability to put a red point or some type of scope. You have the ability to put a flashlight. You have the ability, not only that, you have the ability to have a rifle that is competitive. Let's think about this, because you guys are thinking about self-defense. We have to think about what the enemy has, right? The bad guy. You have a rifle that is going to be as competitive as the bad guy, or is going to be better. We always want to be hopefully better, but if we are at the same level, I guess we deal with that. But we want to be better. If a bad guy comes into your house in case of a hurricane to steal your stuff, and you have a shotgun and the bad guy has an AR-15, most likely he's going to have an advantage over you just because that firearm. Now, there's going to be a lot of factors. We could what if this all day long. No doubt about that. We could what if it all day long, but most likely he's going to have an advantage over you. Katico Mang is in the house. Go ahead and check him out and subscribe to his channel. Me and him went shooting the other day, and we're going to go again. We got some gear we got to test. And yeah, check out his channel. So you only need one rifle. You only need one pistol, truly. Again, guys, we're not talking about collectible items. Maybe you like to collect different pistol. We're not talking about the fact that it's your right to own a lot of guns. Hey, I got a lot of guns. I'm just saying truly what you need. You only need one good pistol. I mean, unless you like Mr. Smith and Mrs. Smith and you have like 2 pistols in the back of your whatever, you know. You're like, what was that old movie with Antonio Banderas? The guy hanging around with the guitar and had a bunch of guns inside there. If you're one of those guys, you're probably not even watching my video, right? So you only need that. So all the items that you probably need flashlight, you need communication, you need things like two-way radio, you need things like, you know, like that little radio that I just talked about to listen information. You may need some special tools like a good knife, a good, good tools. People don't think about that. Like maybe you need some tools because you're planning to live in your car, right? Maybe you need something in case your car breaks down. Not everybody has the luxury to have a good car. I mean, I'll tell you right now, my 2 cars are okay, but they're not new. I don't have a car payment. You know, they're older car, and there's a possibility, hopefully not, you know, bless the Lord, he's blessing me, but there's a possibility that a car breaks down, so you may need some tools if you own a vehicle, right? You need food. You need water. So you need knowledge. Knowledge. You know, like we were just talking about medical supplies. You need knowledge. I love when I see questions like, where do I get medical supply? Or what about medical supplies? You know why I like those questions so much? Because that guy already bypassed the guns. You know, everything that we see here in the community is like guns, guns, guns. And I spent 11 and a half years in the Marine Corps, and I never dealt with guns as I see here in the community. I mean, guns was just a portion, you know, like learn how to break down the 50 cal, learn how to break down the 240 Golf. But we spend more time exercising and making sure that we were like this big than anything else. Ask Stacy. She reminds me every now and then. She's like, what happened to your muscles back here? I guess I got fat. I'm sorry, baby. I'm trying to lose weight. But so yeah, I mean, gotta stay away from that. We need knowledge. We need to properly learn how to use a gun. We need to properly learn the fundamentals. You know, we need all that stuff. You know, things that you don't need really is like, I see guys prepping this bug out packs, and I see some things in there that I'm like, oh wow, you really don't need all these things, right? So here's the deal, guys. Panic buying. So I could go back to my main point here that I'm trying to make, right? We need to get to a level where we don't have to be in that panic stage. That if something happened, we don't need to run. So I just talked about a bunch of things here because I wanted to kind of give you an examples of things that we truly need. That's why I gave an example of the generator. Excuse me. Let me see, man. I'm hoping that I'm not ignoring comments. I'm trying to. Joe said need a Hummer H1. Oh man. So, let's see. About 48 people watching. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Make sure you like, subscribe, share the video. We definitely appreciate that. I love doing the live stream. Some people don't like them that much. I think they're fantastic. You know, me personally, I love them. A lot of people don't like him. There was a guy the other day that told me that I talk too much, and I reply, you watch too much, man. You know, if I was talking too much, you should have stopped watching. But I like to talk, and I love the live streams, and I love to interact here with you guys because I'm looking at some of the comments and things like that. The regular videos are still coming out, but you lose that, I guess, that interaction. I mean, some people dig it, some people don't. Let me know in the comments. I think they're fun. But yeah, we definitely need to identify things that we need. That's why I was talking about, we need flashlights, we need this, we need that. And then from there, we need to start buying those things. Guys, this thing is not expensive. I mean, this thing is expensive. This thing is expensive like crazy. I mean, it's just expensive. So we need to start buying those things that we need. And then we need to get to a point that if something happened, totally get it. If they're trying to put a law or legislation or whatever, yeah, it's totally. 99.9% of the time I agree, or maybe 110%. I don't know. That is against our rights. I totally get that. I typically agree with that. But at the same time, we have to get to a level where we say, well, that sucks. We need to fight that. But if it happens, I'm okay. I don't know if I'm trying to make my point, Like right now, if I go into a hurricane and something crazy happen, I'm okay when it comes down to security. I would like to have a generator to be able to power my fridge and all that. So if I see in the news right now, hey, it's a hurricane coming, I don't own one right now. Eventually I will. But I don't own a generator right now. My first thing is calling little brother and be like, hey, call the boss and see if we could get that generator to the house. That's like my first thing. And then we need to start getting some gas and things like that to prepare for that. I'm not worried about the guns. I'm not worried about, little brother knowing how to shoot. He knows how to shoot. We've been shooting so much. He has his DDI AK-47. He loves that thing, and his Glock 23. We ain't worried about security. We got this. We worry about all the things. So as we go through that checklist, we could start taking out different things. Guys, I got to tell you. I'm going to tell you a story here that I said a couple of times, and some of you guys here, I've heard this. Some of you guys maybe first time. We hit a car bomb December 22nd of 2004. We had everything that you could think about it when it came to guns. I mean, we had 50 cals, 240 Golf, 249, M79s, grenades, M67 fragmentation grenades. We have everything. Talk about something. We had it. I mean, we were like armed to everything. I mean, we were good. My truck had a Mark 19. And the thing that really, really was horrible, 7 Marines got burned completely alive, and we dealt with this. And the thing that we didn't have that we needed was communication. We were stuck for hours waiting on a medevac, to the point that later on I heard from the boss that 2 of the guys died. Again, communication. It took us hours to be able to get a medevac there because we have zero communication. Now, it's 2004. Nowadays they have so many things. Nowadays you got kids in Afghanistan putting Facebook status. I'm talking like 2004. We barely had a door in our trucks. We had sandbags as armor. Now the trucks they look like tanks. But again, communication. That's what we had. Well, that was our issue. Communication. So again, as much as we had, and we were prepared, we had radios, we have a bunch of stuff. It's a long story. Maybe one day, I think I've talked about it here. But again, communication. So I wanted to make this video to say a lot of you guys are into the preparedness just like I am. A lot of you guys are. It's great to have a community here where we could talk. It's great to have a community here where we could just have a good time and spend time, spend time with each other, pass information. I mean, some of you guys are great. I mean, I got guys that support me in the Patreon. Joel, Pastor Charles, all those guys actually support me as becoming patrons, and they actually donate money. Tactical Main, guys like that. I mean, the community here is fantastic. And we have the ability to be able to talk and be able to share information. That's why I'm like really strict with the comments. I mean, if you're not gonna add up anything beneficial to the community, you out of here, man. If all you're gonna do is curse and this and that, you out of here. My house, my rules. And if people like it, people like it. People want to unsubscribe, man. I don't do this for subscribers. So I got the community that I have been able to build here, and the people that I have known, and the people that have actually helped me to continue to build that community, like some of you guys, making sure the comments and things like that. It's just amazing. So ask questions, learn from each other, find out what you really need to increase, what you really need to like maybe panic over, and start getting that list and start scratching down. All right, check mark. I got this one. All right, I got this one. I got this one. It may not be just be guns. It may be as simple as a generator. Somebody asked me what was my job. The Marines. I'm Rando. I was a military policeman in the an MP 5811. So yeah, think about those things. Think about those things and start, doing that. So when something happened and it's like the panic buying, you could be like, okay, that sucks. We really need to deal with that situation. But you know what? I'm chilling. I'm here. Let it come. A hurricane is coming. It sucks. I need to pray for my family. I need to pray for our country. We need to like prepare for this. But I'm confident that I have things that I need to take care of myself and take care of my family. Now, I'm going to tell you something that I learned in the Marines. You're never going to be prepared completely. There's always going to be something that is going to go completely wrong. So we need to remember that we always have to adapt and overcome the situation. So if it's a situation where, hey, you know what? It sucks. We need to adapt and find a way to overcome that. So, sometimes things sucks. Like people say all the time, well, I'm looking for the perfect gun. There's no perfect gun and no perfect holster. You carrying a gun is not going to be completely comfortable. I mean, it's something that is not part of your body. I mean, you're going to feel it. People are looking for like the perfect stuff. There's no perfect. There's just things that work better than other things. So, 3. All right, let's see. Let me know if you guys got any comments over here. Sorry, I went in a rampage for 27 minutes and 6 seconds. I don't even know how to do this. I need to drink water. Let me see some of those comments over here. If you got comments, put it here in the comments section. Some great guys out there. Haas V11. Thank you, sir. Appreciate your support. Gustavo's out there. Thank you. Katico, man, still out there. Thanks, man. I appreciate you watching. Saturday, I just finished cleaning a portion of the garage, and I want to record some videos now. I got some stuff here that I got to record. Ernie has a Springfield Armory 9mm. Works for me for concealed carry. I enjoy it. Got it. Do you talk about knowing how to hunt and prep to kill for dinner? No, man. You know what? I think I have talked about that in the past, but I think a lot of people have a misunderstanding when it comes to that, because a lot of guys, you hear guys here in the community all the time, something happened, I'm going to take my 30-06 and go hunting. And I don't think, hunting requires skills. Really, really skills. It's not as simple as some people think. People think that, they're going to be out there. They're going to shot a deer. They're going to bring him home. They got food. No, it takes skills to know how to do that. It takes skills to process the meat. It takes skill to kill the deer, cut them into pieces, remove the skin. I mean, it takes skills. Maybe a good thing will be in the future, I think I've talked about this, but in the future will be obviously having a team of people that have multiple different skills. Like we were talking about medical supply, maybe having a guy like the skinny medic. That would be great. He works in the medical field. Having people that know how to hunt, having people that know how to fix cars. Obviously, we have talked about these things in the past. We really have. And you know, obviously, if the time comes and you have to do it, I mean, anybody could pull the trigger, I guess, in a way. But people think that. People think that it's as simple as going into the woods and I'm gonna come out of there with a deer. I mean, there's hunters that spend, you know, 2 weeks and finally they kill one. You know what I'm saying? So, best thing to do will be to control your preparations. That's what I would recommend. You know, stocking our rice. I mean, I got rice. You guys see me in old videos here stocking our rice. I mean, it's simple, guy. You go to Home Depot or Lowe's, you get a bucket, you put some, you know, some of those bags inside, you put some rice, you seal that, boom, done. It lasts you years. There's a ton of videos here on how to do that. So to me, don't depend on going hunting. Depend more on having rice and beans and things like that stuck up in your closet that is going to last you years. And, you know, if you want to go hunting, go for it. But if you don't got anything, you got a plan B. I don't think it's as easy as some people, you know, some people think. I don't think people think too much. You know, it's like when you see a bug out pack that weighs 75 pounds. Oh, I'm going to go on a patrol with this. Good luck, man. That bug out pack, your rifle, your pistol, and your PlayStation back there is truly going to kill you, man. I don't think it's going to happen. What do you guys think about my picture? Okay, I thought it was kind of funny. But anyways, let's go back over here. You know, Joel said, nothing like storing MREs. You know, things like that. When you prepare for that, you get your own, you know, you do your own thing. You know, you are in control of your preparation. Don't be guessing. Don't be thinking that, okay, maybe it's going to happen or maybe I'm going to hit a buck. You're not going to hit a buck, man. You know, most likely you're going to starve. Don't depend your family preparation on getting lucky, if you believe in that. So, all right. Yeah, Danny says, I'm the first to admit no idea how to hunt or cook meat. Dude, I'm with you, man. I never, you know, I've been wanting to go hunting. And I almost went a little while ago with Bush Hunt, the Bush Hunt channel. And I didn't get to go, but that wasn't even hunting. That's like a place that you go and they seek out the hogs and you just shoot them. So that's not really a hunting skill. But again, you know, I don't know. I don't know how to hunt. I couldn't tell you less. I never done it. So Chen say I have been preparing by playing Black Ops. So I'm prepared. Oh man, I think I did a video a long time ago that I called Call of Duty will get you killed. I think that's what I called it. Oh man, I wish, man. But anyways, all right, let me look at some of these things over here. All right, guys, I appreciate you guys watching. If you got a comment, put it there. I'm about to cut this already. I wanted to do a quick video here. You know, I'll talk to you guys for a little bit. I've been trying to do more live streaming. I really enjoy this, and it's an easy way for me to put content out there. But essentially, what I wanted to talk about was like preparation. Don't get to a point where you are flipping out about panicking about rounds, guns, and all this stuff. Don't get to that point. You know, start working it now. I'm not panic buying about anything, you know, other than like what I'm talking about, like hurricane. Maybe I need a generator. But I'm trying to get to that point where I don't panic, because if it is just like it happened with the baby, guys, you guys have been watching for like almost, you know, a year or so. You guys know we went into labor to have the baby and the hurricane hit. Like, we had no time to prepare. They kicked us out of the hospital to come here, and the hurricane hit 2 hours later. So we had what we had. You know, we passed by the store, picked up some extra water and things like that. But we had what we had. We didn't have time to like, oh, I had 2-3 days to prepare because I was in the hospital with Stacy having the baby. So you got to get to that point where, you know what? You're good and you don't want to panic about things. So, all right, big shout out to Chances out there, man. Good to see you. We really appreciate it. Any new belts to use for concealed carry? Actually, I had two belts. I had the new Vetters holster belt for the new belt that Vetters holster came out. I actually gave one to Catico Main, and he's liking it very much. The one that I haven't used it yet. I need to do a video. Apparently it has the Cobra belt buckle. There we go. And apparently it's a smaller one, so you don't have you could put it through the loops. You don't have to like remove it. And I mean, apparently it's better. I need to do some research on it. I need to see, look it up, see some of the specs. I need to wear it for a while and then kind of give you guys an opinion. Also, Core Essentials is doing their new Kickstarter for the new belt that they're coming up with. So, and Core Essentials is a sponsor of the channel, and the belts are good. Everybody likes them, but they're more into the more like not so much into the ninja stuff, more into like the regular people. They're coming out with a different belt, and they're supposed to send one here, so you should see a video. So you're gonna see a video of a couple of belts out there. If you guys are wearing a belt that you guys like, definitely put it in the comments. And you see, Catico Man said love it. He loves the new Vetters holster belt. I've been eyeing. Hector said he been looking at it. Dude, I actually, you know what? Let me look at it. Give me a second. All right, I'm back, and here's the belt. You see this thing? And like I say, I haven't even opened it yet, but let's open it together. You never know what's going to happen here in the JH6 channel. So, talking about panic buying, now we're showing a belt. Apparently, that's bad for business. YouTube says not to do that, but whatever. YouTube is not paying the bills anymore. So, here it is, man. So, apparently, this is smaller. So it's going to go through your belt loops. Apparently in the other belts that have this type of system, you have to remove it to be able to put it through your belt loops. Apparently you don't. I don't know. You know, I got to work on this. So I don't want to give an opinion. All I'm seeing is all I can tell you is that the belt looks solid. I mean, look at this thing. This thing looks rough, man. I mean, this thing is rough, guys. So it looks like it's going to be a really nice choice. Catico Man said he likes it. So, there it is. So, you're going to see that in the channel pretty soon as well. So, all right, guys. I have to go. So, anyways, appreciate everybody watching. Thank you so much for the support. You guys are awesome. We definitely appreciate that. Stay tuned because we got a lot of stuff coming up. Big shout out to all you guys that support the channel, man. Like, hey guys, it truly humbles me that you guys come here and watch this channel, put comments, and take some of the time to be part of this community, part of the JH6 whatever community, whatever we call this. It truly is amazing. So don't think I don't take that. I think, I don't know, just I'm not trying to be like sensitive or anything, but just know that I appreciate it. All right, I appreciate you guys' support. Thank you so much. Stay tuned for more, and as always, God is in control.